Okay. This videos, or I should say series, was long in the making. And it's partly because of laziness. But you know what? Turns out laziness does reward you in the end. Would have guessed. But let's get to the chase. Yeah, we're going to talk about FightinCowboy again, you know? It's not the first video I made on him because, well, you know, of course it's entertaining to shit on people that are fucking trash. But the point of this video was that, you know, I've already made a video where I showcase like 69 like very suspicious accounts that were commenting to FightinCowboy's videos. I thought that they were very fucking weird because they always like follow a pattern where they just like they just kind of praise him and just say fucking dumb shit. And so I've showcased his accounts. And I was about to do a follow-up on that, but I don't know, maybe it's own thing. But I was editing a video that would be a follow-up to that. But yeah, I was editing something, but then the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking, maybe my knowledge of view bots, fake accounts, suck accounts, I use the terms interchangeably. But yeah, maybe my knowledge of view bots may not be accurate. I never pretended that 100% of the accounts I find to be odd are, you know, possibly bots. There could be a handful I got wrong. It's just, again, the sheer amount of weird shit that I'm going to showcase. But so still, you know, I was thinking, you know, am I maybe wrong, you know? So again, I postponed my video until, like, you know, I try to get some information in my head. But, hey, you know what? Again, this is where my laziness comes in. Turns out, FightinCowboy decided to respond to me and prove my points right. And what I mean by that is he used his socks on me, and that put me in the right track to finally put my finger on what I was missing. Like, just showing the accounts as is may not be proof enough, but they still show very weird patterns, and FightinCowboy helped me like prove that he's a fucking horrid human being that uses view bots and whatnot. The dude kept giving me so much fucking fuel that like the video I was trying to do, which would be like Mediocre Theater number 12, yeah, that video would be too long. But I need to showcase you everything because to prove that, well, not only is this guy a fucking horrid human being that cheats his way through YouTube, well, any social, his online presence, like, not only does it cheat his way into popularity, but also, it could be just an example out of many of the scummy shit that happens to YouTube. Again, he may not be the only one who does what he's doing. And maybe the companies that sponsor him are complicit into it. They know. It's just that they don't do anything because it just gives them more clout. So, you know what? Because I need to showcase you everything, I have to divide the video I was making into several parts. So much so that I have to make a mini-series out of it. Welcome to Mediocre Opera, where I showcase you FightinCowboy, the fake account fraud. Plus, how gaming is just now a fucking joke now. So yeah, this is something very fucking special, I tell ya.
So I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to give proper justice to my story, as to explain how everything boiled down to this very moment. Well, I'll just go with the flow. So as you may know, my old beef with FightinCowboy started with him giving me a copyright strike over my first Mediocre Theater, which he was the subject of. But his sole argument was that I stole his video, even though I clearly didn't. I made a commentary that's pretty much in the same vein as the old days of Red Spree. Like, if they were fine doing their thing, Which even YouTube at some point were like, yeah, we're growing like this. Well, yeah, if they could do this sort of content, why couldn't I? But either way, I was still being good faith, but the problem is that FightinCowboy clearly wasn't. As I thought I was being very clear that I would be more than willing to accommodate him in some way, such as, I don't know, like link to the source of my video or something, like, the original video. Uh, he made it all about money, even though I never involved it in the content itself. Like, he said that if I was making money, I would have been sued by him, but then also, like, thankfully for me, I wasn't worth a lawsuit, like the time and money spent on me, which, dude, you had no reason to involve that. And I also caught him liking his own comment the moment he posted it, which is like, dude, like, it's a fucking loser behavior. Like, I thought that was very fucking lame. He just like his own comment, but more on that later. It will be relevant soon enough. But as I kept voicing my discontent towards this douchebag, I was being shat on by his fans, which say stuff like how I have like a horrible accent and, oh my god, hentai, which is like, it has nothing to do with the argument. And also with FightinCowboy completely dodging the issue and just always misconstructing everything I was trying to say, same for his fans. Yeah, that really wasn't a good experience, as you should gather. But still, I was even when he called me a lowly pedophile, even though when he was clearly in the wrong in that matter, I was still willing to give him a chance. I made comments in my own videos where it was like, hey, how about we start over? I really don't want it to be like this, but he never took the chance. And thing that I've come across is that there were more people online that hated on him, so I wasn't the only one who suffered from his wrath. But the difference is that I won't fucking shut up about it, because when I see something wrong, I will voice it. And at some point, YouTube decided to promote the guy with a tweet, and so I've said to them, like, what the fuck, are you going to give attention to this fucking cunt? Along these lines, whatever. But then another one of these retard fans decided to say cry more and then say how I'm a sick fuck for being unapologetic that I happen to like dark media, just for a sense that, it's another form of art. Yeah, how can I be unapologetic with something that I find cool? Now, again, don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying that they need to like that content, but considering that FightinCowboy made a speech where it's like, oh, you can have different likes than me and us. Yeah, he surely doesn't like it when I have different tastes and opinions than him. So yeah, he's an hypocrite in that regard, and his fans follow suit. Now, there is yet more to this origin story, such as when FightinCowboy said how much of a good guy he is for having done a 50k charity. In third person, though. So even he knew that using charity as a shield is very fucking slimy. Like, a charity doesn't absolve you of sin. Like, even he knew that. But I guess that's besides the point for Mediocre Opera. It would just be a tired record, but either way, something that I've come to realize throughout all this time is that, I thought that his retard fanboys were really fucking weird, because not only did the people shitting on me were acting exactly like him, but also his fans must have the lowest average IQ of any fan bases, because they all say the same dumb shit, such as talking about his Dark Souls guide about videos that had nothing to do with From Software. It's like, what? And also kept asking him to play, can you play game X and game Y? It's like, at some point, they all have this fucking hive mind, and it's just crazy they all parrot each other. And it all popped up like a zetla at some point when, like, the subject of FightinCowboy having my address was brought up again, because something that I need to tell you is that FightinCowboy may call me a lowly pedophile and say I deserve to be in prison, but he had my address from the copyright strike and from my counter-strike. Yeah, I'm not the only one who says that, when you have to counter-strike someone, you have to give them their address. There are several instances of people who had to give a fake address because they didn't want to give their real location to sick fucks, and in the end, these people lose their channels, such as David Davidson, a DSP detractor. And on the other end, there was this French content creator that made videos about a fucking diaper fetishist that dated an underage girl. Yeah, he made videos about it, but then he got copyright strike himself, and he had to give his address to this person.
Ah oui! Ah! Oui, c'est vrai! C'est vrai que si je décide de contrer le strike, ça va envoyer toutes mes infos personnelles à FightinCowboy. Génial! C'est ça qui est absolument génial avec le système de copyright de YouTube, c'est que premièrement, n'importe qui peut envoyer un strike même sans raison valable, ensuite t'es présumé coupable jusqu'à être prouvé innocent, et surtout putain, tu dois envoyer des informations personnelles à la personne qui t'a strike pour avoir une chance de contre-attaquer. Sans déconner, c'est qui l'abruti qui a pensé que ce serait une bonne idée? Ouais, évidemment, je vais devoir envoyer toutes mes informations personnelles à monsieur la divinité FightinCowboy, et maintenant faut que je donne toutes mes informations, ce qui est absolument génial.
But yeah, even he said that YouTube really is shit. I have to give this person my address. Great, thanks YouTube. I'm not the only one who said it. And even then, the YouTube help page clearly says that you have to give them your personal info, as in address and whatnot, so that, it makes your counter-strike valid. Copyright infringements, it may be a serious matter, but yeah, either way, they say you have to give them your address to that person. Now, here's the thing. It's on FightinCowboy's court to prove that he did not saw my address, but the thing, the YouTube help page, which he himself used to protect himself, even YouTube themselves say that no, he had my address. So again, the ball is in his court, but as far as I'm concerned, and I'm 100% sure of it, he had my address, but he never called the police on me, even though he thought I was a pedophile. And I shall add that if Cowboy really thought I posted child porn, then why hasn't he reported me? Should be simple, right? If you see someone dangerous on the internet, fucking report them to Twitter/YouTube and whatnot, so that the site can ban these people and remove said content, but nothing ever happened to me because I was pretty much always in line with their rules. But either way, if we can't, by Cowboy's own admissions and from the fact that he allegedly never reported me, well, he would knowingly let dangerous person outside in the wild. And again, he would let dangerous criminals, put everybody else in danger. So, Cowboy condoned these things, apparently. Yet, even when I've shown a screenshot of YouTube's help page saying this very thing, that he had my address, one of his retard fanboys said, you don't have a proof that he had your address. Are you kidding? It's right in your face, you goddamn dumb fuck! But, this still doesn't make sense. Again, he had it right in front of his face, but he did not register it. So, I've come to think, wait, could it be that this wasn't a fanboy doing a blowjob to a FightinCowboy, but rather Cowboy fellating himself? Could it be one of his sock? Because here's another thing. Around that time, DSP got caught using view bots, such as James the Lesser Expressor Showcase. When DSP lost connection, his viewers will drastically go down, but then when he comes back online, they all came back. All his viewers came back. I don't have it in front of my face, but still, it's not organic. So, it's clear DSP uses view bots. But so, here's my point, is that if DSP, of all people, the second dumbest YouTuber on Earth, could use view bots, well, what stops FightinCowboy from using view bots himself? Like, DSP just proves that everybody could do it, and furthermore, DSP was caught using his fans to not only make them do his dirty bidding, such as reporting channels to get them banned, like, his detractors notably, but also to give him tips. Like, it's not like sometimes he just gets $100 tips, but it's not organic. But there's this thing called a tip jar priming, where you give money to someone and that somehow incentivize other people to give them money, something like that. But yeah, what stops FightinCowboy from doing all of this too, and even using his view bots, or in other words, his sock accounts to insult his critics too? Again, anything's possible. DSP, being the second dumbest, is able to, so what stops the dumbest person altogether to do it? And so, with that suspicion at the back of my mind, I've decided to launch my own investigation inside FightinCowboy's comment sections, which transpired into my very first video about FightinCowboy's view bots. Now, even then, I knew full well I couldn't just trust my own gut feeling, so I've also based my assumptions on what other people agreed on other websites, such as the base idea being that viewbots usually say the same dumb shit. Check, I've already talked about how they would mention Dark Souls guides in unrelated videos. There's also the fact that these the viewbots profiles would be almost devoid of human life, which is also what I've showcased in my video, where their profile would oftentimes be barren, like having nothing public. Or even if there is stuff public, it's the base minimum, like the bare minimum. Like, it doesn't really prove a human life when they just have 3 public playlists. And I even knew full well that even if they have uploads, it doesn't prove anything. They could have been stolen accounts from accounts that were made, like, several years ago, stuff like that. There's also the third point, where the viewbots will usually be active only at very specific times, almost like someone was flipping a switch at that moment. But I didn't find a practical use for that third point yet. But yeah, the first 2 points were the basis of my first video on the subject. But here's something else, is that I've actually did another video before that, where I've done a live recording that lasted more than an hour, where, yeah, I just went into his comment sections, and I still found weird shit, where, again, like, the profile would say dumb shit, or just blindly praise him, and the profiles would be almost devoid of life. So, I still had the same idea, but, like, I took a different approach. Now, the thing is that it was meant to be my next mediocre theater, but thing is that as it took some time to edit, I was second-guessing myself. I was still sure that FightinCowboy uses viewbots, but the thing I've come to think of is that, saying that someone uses viewbots is a very bold claim. I really need to have more proof than just, these accounts speak weird, because, yeah, like, if I don't have the receipts in front of me, I need to have very, very verifiable evidence that they're bot accounts. Like, again, I need more than just weird speech patterns, because everybody knows that bots speak weird, but just that may not be enough. Again, I needed more of that. So yeah, I didn't know what to do with my mediocre theater for quite a while, because I couldn't think of a way to prove that FightinCowboy uses viewbots. And even with the way I've just phrased it, like, wouldn't that undermine what is the actual problem? Because this would be the point where I have to make it very clear what are my intentions with this mediocre opera. Now, for one thing, I do these videos for entertainment, and like, not only for your, but my entertainment. I don't know, I find the Red Spray style videos, or the reviewing or reviewer style videos, to be entertaining. I'm an old YouTube guy, after all. But still, it's also to showcase a a real problem I've come across after all this is that I don't want to just say that FightinCowboy uses viewbots because I fucking hate his guts. I do, and also even back in the day, I knew full well he uses sock accounts because, again, we caught him using a fake identity where he flexed on his 50k charity. Like, he was already caught doing some fake identity, and also his fanbase is so fucking fake as shit. They say the dumbest shit, and again, like, why would there be so many accounts that would, like, fucking defame me in the worst way possible? It's like, again, they speak exactly like him, like, missing the point and calling me slurs. Like, again, they must all be him. Like, makes no sense to me. But so, here's the thing. As I wasn't sure where to lay my mediocre theater, in the later months, I've come across even more evidence that would finally clue me in on several ways to prove that FightinCowboy uses viewbots. Not just one, but several. And the thing is that for my mediocre theater, I already had changed my narrative several times. But so, I've come to realize that if I were to share with you everything I know, it would be too much for one video, maybe too much to process in one go. So this is what I've said earlier, is that the mediocre theater became its own thing, the mediocre opera. It's been cut to several parts because, right. I think this is actually the perfect moment for me to elaborate to you what are the goals for this series, the mediocre opera. Again, I have to make it everything clear to you now, since again, this is about accusing someone of viewbotting and maybe expose some bigger fraud going on. But yeah, again, I need to make things very clear in this first video of the series so that it's going to be carried across the rest of the series, like in the other videos. Is that number one, I'm never going to claim that I'm 100% accurate in identifying bot accounts. Like, it's the same thing I've said in my very first video on the subject. Like, I must have gotten a few accounts wrong as being bots. Like, I'm perfectly open admitting it. There can be weird users on the internet. But nonetheless, even if I wouldn't be, like, correct 100% of the time, I would still think that I'm correct 90% of it instead, because, like, again, my argument is that there is just an overabundance of weird shit going on inside FightinCowboy's fan base. Again, it's like a lot of these users share the same patterns across each other, and it's like, it's just weird. Like, again, they all share the same bot-like traits across, like, a wide range of users. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's not organic. So yeah, again, I'm not always correct for sure, but there is still, like, too much weird shit to ignore. Again, like, the patterns are evident. Like, they cannot be ignored. And so, as a follow-up to that, like, I will make it very clear to you that for this entire series, I will fully commit to be as transparent as possible. No bullshit. Everything I've shown you would be perfectly verifiable. Like, again, for the most part, you will see the URL of these users, or even, like, you can see their handles. Like, you can research them yourself. Again, everything I'm going to show you are perfectly verifiable. You can go check them out yourself. But so the other thing is that this part one, the video you're watching right now, the first part of the mediocre opera, is actually going to be a supercut version of the rest of the series. Like, it's just a summary of everything that's going to come, a summary of everything I've come across. But nonetheless, even if this part 1 shall give you a very good idea what the problem is, such as, FightinCowboy using viewbots and using them for intimidation, and companies sponsoring him may be complicit into it in some way, maybe. More on that later, but yeah, even if my points may have come across, again, the goal for me is to be as transparent as possible, but part 1 is supposed to be a summary of everything I've come across. I'm supposed to make things brief, but that means having to omit information. So this is what the later part is going to be about. Again, part 1 is going to be a supercut version of the later parts, but yeah, The later parts is me going into a lot more details as to why such and such users are bot accounts. Again, things get very technical. Even like I would look into certain users' profile with a magnifying glass and in real time even. But yeah, I'm going to showcase to you everything, such as identifying bot parents and to explain to you why these accounts are very likely bots, or I could maybe say that they are bots because again they defy human logic oftentimes. But yeah, after I would have explained to you what bot parents to look for, I would even like go ahead and look into FightinCowboy's comment sections to identify as many bot accounts as possible. Like it's not always a case where I spend an extended period of time like looking through individual users. Like there are times where I just go through as many users as possible, and if they share the same patterns we've already come across, then yeah, I deem them as being bot accounts. Again, it's not me looking through each individual accounts for extended periods of time, but it's to explain to you all the patterns to look into and to see if my knowledge could be applied in the comment sections of FightinCowboy's videos. And yeah, like for example, there would be like 120 users that would check, and 100 of them could very well be bots. But a lot of the videos may be like an hour long, but one of them is even 3 hours long. But nonetheless, again, part 1 is just a summary of all of that. But again, if you need more information, or if you want to see the full context, that's what the later parts is going to be about. Again, I explained to you everything you may need to know, but also it's not just me explaining to you everything in the later parts. Again, me being transparent also means I'm going to engage into any discussions, because again, I know full well I cannot just base my arguments on my own assumptions. Again, I may need other people's feedback. Like, do you see the same things as I do, or even stuff that I find weird? Maybe you don't find weird, but again, I would be more than willing to engage into any discussions. Tell me if I may be wrong, or tell me if I'm missing something too. Like again, I'm going to be as transparent as possible. And again, if you need me to provide you something, like I've stored all the evidence I've come across, but yeah, if you need to see something in particular, then yeah, like you may very well ask me. Again, I'm going to engage in any discussions I can. Okay, again, I will be as transparent as possible. And lastly, it's very important to always keep in mind YouTube's fake engagement policy. After all, they themselves say they don't allow anything that artificially increases the number of views, likes, comments, or other metrics by using automatic systems. So, view botting should be considered that too, like an automatic system that increases viewership. So pretty much everything I'm going to showcase to you, the evidence and the accounts, are in direct violation of that policy. Now, for sure, like the view botting is not exclusive to YouTube. It may also happen on Twitter and I believe Reddit. But I think all the sites agreed on the same things as far as I'm concerned, that, view botting is just not allowed. But nonetheless, my Mediocre Opera is also based on YouTube's own community guidelines, so I always took that in mind. I apologize if I had to go through all of this with you, but I didn't want there to be any misunderstandings due to the subject matter. But still, I think everything has been laid out to you by now. And again, I'll be as transparent as I can be, and you can ask me or tell me anything you may think of. I've never censored anyone before, and I will not start doing it here either, okay? All discussions will be open, okay? So yeah, I think I've made everything clear by now. So final, let's see the stuff I've come across during all this time. Well, first of all, in November, Cowboy participated in a charity event. Now, I did say that it was disgusting that Cowboy used a charity as a shield from the criticism he gets from being a piece of shit himself, but don't take it the wrong way either. Just because these charities use awful people to promote their causes doesn't automatically mean that the charity itself is invalid or is a scam. Again, I'm not going to blindly jump to conclusions like that. However, I will still say that considering that a charity is about promoting positive mental health and combating veteran suicide, when they use some guy that would harass people and call them pedophiles and even like insult his own fan base.
This game is mid. D2 with no innovations whatsoever. Well, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, I do have to question about the charity. They really are fucking narrow-sighted to use an inflammatory piece of shit to promote positive mental health. Like, how fucking short-sighted. Like, even a mole will blush at that. But so, I don't have much to say about this charity, so this is more of something that will be relevant later on. Next up would be a video that's been around for a while, is Onion Bro uploading a clip of FightinCowboy's epic rant on elitism. Now, I find it surprising it wasn't copyright struck yet. What, because it puts him in a good light? But well, it's not the video itself I will focus on, but rather the comment section. Because since FightinCowboy is not here to censor people, things do get spicy, such as Drew here saying FightinCowboy is a joke, Reddit no talent. But so Market Socialist replies by saying thanks for proving his point. Now, I do not remember the video of it in its entirety, something about Toxic Souls player, but Cowboy also starts things off by saying he will denounce any opinions that are wrong, which, well, is fucking hypocritical. Well, besides the point, so I replied to that, to Market Socialist, saying that, well, he can be a piece of shit himself, everything's fair game, no? But so here's where things get weirder, is that Market Socialist replies to me saying like he doesn't care about my revenge drama, which would be fair enough as is, but he adds, because you got banned from his streams, most likely for being a toxic douche, which is just a complete fabrication. Like, he makes it sound like I was in Cowboy's live stream and I just made an inflammatory live comment, but that's not the case. Like, before FightinCowboy started defaming me, I never interacted with the guy directly. He's the one who fucking went on my channel and threw shit at me by bringing money into the equation. But so, like, still, remember what I've said when these accounts insulting me, like, pretty much talk exactly like FightinCowboy? Well, isn't it the same case here? He calls me a toxic douche and saying like a silly butthurt revenge drama. And he also spreads me misinformation. It's like, again, he speaks exactly a FightinCowboy, missing the point and just flat out lying and just insulting me. Like, again, why are there so many accounts like this? What the fuck? But so, where it gets again weirder is that, like, he decided to reply to me 2 weeks later. Like, what the hell? What's the point of replying to me after so long? Like, this is something that's going to be reoccurring during the series, that some of these accounts would take so fucking long to reply to me. Sometimes, yeah, 2 weeks, but also like a month or 2 months or even a year they would take to respond to me finally, which, like, it's insane. Like, why bother respond to me after so long? I guess 2 weeks is not too unrealistic, but still, because I found the timing of this of his reply to be weird, I decided to look into their profile, and yeah, well, you know, it's a profile with almost no signs of human life, and it's all the shit. But where I found things to be more concerning is his favorites playlist. Now, for sure, there are some videos that are 3 years old, some are 6, 8, but the thing that this playlist has 473 videos available, and I would say only 10 videos are 6 years or younger than that. Like, the entire rest of the playlist is fucking, like, videos that are 9 years or older, which, this is just not normal. That such a vast majority are specifically 9 years old or older than that. Like, this is where you have to use common sense, is that, okay, sure, it may not be entirely impossible for someone to make such a playlist, but again, why focus mostly on content that are specifically 9 years old or older than that? Again, it's just weird. Like, why bother with this? Why aren't there more, like, you know, 4 years old, 5 years old video between all of these 9 years old videos? Like, again, it just doesn't make sense. Again, it's just a big-ass clump of old-ass videos from the previous decade. Like, what the fuck? Again, why is it so specific? So I believe that this account was just left to rot. Like, it was active, from 2006, but up to 9 years ago, yeah, the account was left to rot. But then, like, there are two possible scenarios that would follow up to that. Is that one is that the original owner of the account finally came back to use his old YouTube account to, reply to shit. Or the other scenario is, and I find it to be more likely, is that the account was stolen, as, again, it was left inactive for a long ass time. But yeah, it was stolen and then sold back to FightinCowboy, so that it could be used as a bot account to then shit on people that doesn't speak too kindly of FightinCowboy, and I guess also giving him praise, stuff like that. But like, again, it may not be entirely impossible for someone to go back to their fucking old ass YouTube account, but by this point, like, wouldn't you just, like, if you haven't used the account for 9 years, wouldn't you just make a new YouTube account? Like, I thought this was something that everybody agreed on, is that, yeah, if people don't use their accounts for a fucking long time, you just make a new one, right? I don't know, it may be weird, but I find it to be unlikely that you would just decide to reuse their account after 9 years. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Again, I find it more likely that it was stolen and they just use automation to, add videos in the favorites. And furthermore, the account is was made in 2006, which I believe that the older these accounts are, the more sought after they are, I think. But yeah, again, I just found it weird that, again, the vast majority of these favorites are, again, specifically 9 years or older. Again, it's just a big clump of old shit that I will find to be weird. Again, it's just way too specific. Okay, again, something that will take into account is that when things are very, very specific, then yeah, they're very well bought accounts. Like, there's almost no way to deny it. Again, it's just too weird. So maybe I should have been more excited to have finally proven a bot account after 5 years of not doing anything after starting my investigation. But no, I wasn't quite on Cowboy's ass by that point. Although, this is where my laziness come into play, is that much like Market Socialist, I just needed to wait and Cowboy will expose himself. And again here, I just needed to wait some more, and yeah, the dumb fuck will expose himself some more. Such as here's this sheep person replying to me in March 2023, replying to a tweet that I've made 2 years before. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know full well that these bot accounts, like, they don't care how old a comment was made. Like, again, they will reply to old ass shit like this. They don't care. Although, like, that tweet I've made is still relevant to this video, because that tweet is from a thread all stemming from YouTube promoting FightinCowboy, and where I've said, like, you promote this piece of shit. So yeah, that sheep person is still kind of relevant, because yeah, even if she doesn't, because yeah, it's a girl, but yeah, even if she doesn't praise FightinCowboy, it still is weird that she would just stumble upon this. Again, I'm pretty sure at that moment, I was pretty sure that it was FightinCowboy sending his bots to reply to shit I may have made. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the logic is, but it was still connected to FightinCowboy, and maybe he was trying to defame me to stay face or something, but I don't know. He used this bot on the wrong place. I guess that's where I should leave it at. They replied to the wrong tweet that was fucking 2 years old, so again, that put me on the hunt. So what did they say? They said I was praising harmful fetish art, and that these artists publicize their sick and misogynistic sexual fantasies. Now look, again, like, I repeat myself, but you don't have to like the stuff I find unapologetically cold. But nonetheless, she still says something interesting. Support female erotic artists, if you want to preach about anything like this. Well, my point was to defend the freedom of expression, but okay, sure, let's fancy that idea of supporting female artists. So, okay, although I need to ask you first thing, do you know if the artist behind this drawing is male or female? How about this one? So yeah, this is where the argument already fall flat, is that, I don't fucking give a shit of the gender of these artists. Again, if I find a drawing cool, I find it cool. That's it. I don't care about their gender. It doesn't matter in the end. And even then, does she ask me to fucking, look into the private info of this artist? Again, at most, I will have to ask them, hey, what's your gender? It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's the private info. Who cares? So I guess she's just asking me something unrealistic. And that wasn't the only thing I told her. I also shared the story of the Japanese high school girl who made a lewd painting. Not a digital drawing, but a painting that, yes, was lewd, but either way, she got an award for her painting and it got displayed in a museum. But because of the fact that, it's lewd, she got berated so much that people even wished for her to be raped. Oh my fucking god, this is just an example that it doesn't matter. It's a female artist who made a lewd painting, but these fucking crazy feminists will sink their teeth in regardless of gender. So it's I asked that Twitter account, if they condemn or condone these people's action, but she never replied to my question. But the account still went on saying that, how I should touch grass or how I have no hobbies, but she also says that, I'm a man, so it's predictable I have these opinions. What, because I want freedom of expression to be equal across genders? Yeah, that's me being misogynist, right? So the only thing I have to take away is her own story where she got fucking arrested on the streets, which is am I really supposed to just believe a random story from some random internet loser? I just find it so fucking unrealistic that, again, she would be so unsafe just due to fucking artwork on the internet that, yeah, she can't walk the streets without being catcalled. What the fuck kind of story is that? And also, during all this time, I kept asking her, I was always demanding if she could provide me something, just anything, a link to some study or something. Again, just something that will prove her right. But she didn't. She kept fucking insulting me. Here's the thing, is that this account was actually fucking dead for quite a while. The thing is that, yeah, that account would only tweet once in a blue moon, and she never tweeted at her own actual account. She only replied to people. And yeah, again, she only tweeted once in a while, but all of a sudden she sends me 21 tweets. Yeah, why is she so active all of a sudden just to shit on me of all people? Again, the circumstances are just way too weird. Again, why is this almost ghost account just decide to shit on me after so long? Again, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fucking help Cowboy's case. But here's the other thing, is that this account may have sent me 21 tweets, but they were also replying to me only at specific time frames. Again, she did not reply to me 21 times in a row. She pretty much, by that time, she replied to me in 3 separate time frames. And so at some point, I was like, wait, could I mash the time frame this Twitter account replied to me to find Cowboy's online activity? And yep, I've come to realize that account would only respond to me when Fighting Cowboy it wasn't streaming. And to make matters worse, it's not just a mere coincidence. No, she really does insult me only right before or right after Cowboy streams. This is a regular pattern that I could identify. What the fuck? The coincidences are just way too fucking weird. Again, it's just some random bitch on the internet. Why is it so consistent? What? But so, you know what? After learning of this, I decided to throw in my final piece saying that, hey, you know what? I provided to you what I know, but you never gave me proof yourself. And then really, I went in really obvious that, I find it really weird that this almost a dead account would reply to me to a thread that stems from this piece of shit. Yeah, I really made it evident that I was suspecting her to be some bot accounts. Not directly saying that, but I was really suspecting it. I asked her if she could make sense out of it. And you know what? She did reply to me only once, though. Like, she did not throw me a volley of tweets, but again, she only tweeted when FightinCowboy wasn't streaming. And worst of all is that FightinCowboy made two streams in that very day. And she somehow managed to fucking tweet between these two. So again, if it was just some random bitch, again, why was it so consistent? So what the fuck? Like, no, this is obviously a bot account. So, you know what I did?
So I'm making a call-out post on my Twitter.com.
Yeah, I did that. Although in retrospect, I think I shouldn't have done that because maybe that would have given FightinCowboy a chance to, prevent this from ever happening again. To, try to throw me off. But no, he doesn't even take the end. Something tells me that I was really talking to him directly on the 21 other tweets. But ever since the account told me to touch grass and get off Twitter. I think it was just the bot talking to me. And yeah, maybe Cowboy didn't took the end, so And what about our semi-final interaction? Well, remember when I've said that these bot accounts would take so freaking long just to reply to me? Well, it's the same case with that shit person. Our debate, our one-sided debate took fucking weeks. And one time she took 10 days just to reply to me, even though I was really trying to have a debate with FightinCowboy. I sincerely believe I could directly talk to him to get some sense into him, but what about that call-out post I've made? She took a freaking 2 months to reply. It's like, at this point, what's the point? Akila, you should have just shut up. And of course, I think it's needless to say that, these bot accounts, they're not going to be online all of the time. Like, there's no reason for FightinCowboy to have all of his bot accounts active, 24/7. Again, there's going to be downtime for some of these accounts, so yeah, there's just no other explanation as to why she would bother fucking responding 2 months later. Again, it's just the bot having taken so long to be activated to reply to people, and yeah, they just decided to reply to the wrong thing, just like the very first time. She says that she's not online very often. Well, I'm afraid to tell you that during that time, she would also reply to other people. And again, she would do the same thing as she did to me. She would often shit on these people and liking tweets shitting on people. And there was even this dude where she said that his face was ugly. Yeah, she would respond to him back a month and a half later. It's like, what the fuck? And on top of that, I could correlate her online activity with FightinCowboy's schedule. Again, she would only be active when the fucking cunt wasn't streaming. So, that excuse that she isn't online very often not only doesn't match with her activity, but also, it's just too convenient to say. You already got caught. It's a bot account. Fuck you. And now I'm on August 23rd, so what is this account doing today? Yeah, she hasn't responded ever since. She hasn't responded since June. When I called her out, when I called the account out when it was insulting other people. So, yeah, I find it way too weird. Again, she went on a tweeting spree, but yeah, just decided to stop again. Whatever. So this is yet another bot account that acts exactly like FightinCowboy, being a fucking piece of shit. But I've also realized of something that may be even more concerning than just that, is that, remember when I said that FightinCowboy participated in a charity event that was about promoting positive mental health? Well, the fucking cunt wouldn't shy away from using his socks to fucking harass people. But that's not even just that, is that, remember that the charity was also about combating veteran suicide? Well, I'm afraid to tell you that, the sock account we've just seen before, Cowboy uses sock to insult an army vet, saying that you are someone who fought for the exploitation of underdeveloped countries for US to become some sort of demonic oil giant. He just belittles the fucking army veteran. What the fuck? Is that really what he thinks of the US Army? So yeah, the problem is, why the fuck did he participate in a charity event that like, not only does he not believe the values of the cause in question, but he's also maybe the perpetrator as to why we need the charities. Like, this is fucking insane. Like, did Stack Up really never tuned in to a FightinCowboy stream, or at least did their research or to fucking, like, find info on the guy? Like, again, did they just pick his name from a bag or something? Like, I found it insane that, like, they would use one of the most toxic piece of shit in recent times to promote such a serious cause. So yeah, this doesn't sit very well with me that such a charity event would use such a fake person. And it's like, I've just come to think, like, is a charity fake too? Like, again, I find this situation insane that, like, that charity, like, I don't know, like, it just makes me think that, I don't think I may be ever able to believe an online charity ever again. Like, if such awful people are able to profit off of the positive clout of charities, because charities, like they just give you positive clout by default. Because, like, why would there be some ill intent towards a charity? It's to help people. Well, there you go. They fucking promote the fucking assholes like FightinCowboy, but that belittles army veterans. So there you go, here's your fucking reason to not believe anything you see online anymore. So that episode has finally proven to me that I would be even harassed on Twitter, like, from FightinCowboy sock accounts. So again, that was more evidence for my investigation, but it still didn't really help me on how I could find more view bots on YouTube, since that's where he does his business. And Market Socialist didn't really give me that many clues to find more. So yeah, how will I proceed? Well, again, that's where my laziness comes into play. I just needed to wait some more, and here it is in April. Like, this Peter Griffin loser again. I don't like the username. I'm not going to spell it, but yeah, this account, like, told me cry more, kid, and stuff. So, like, they were replying to my comments on, that video of FightinCowboy's epic rant on elitism, but the thing is that I even checked it myself, and Cowboy was streaming Resident Evil 4 Remake when I got these two comments, so allegedly these two had an alibi, and even, like, by checking their profile, like, there maybe only the playlists were public, but there were a few of them, and they look pretty innocent enough. So yeah, again, I didn't saw anything really out of the ordinary at first. I just thought it was just your typical online idiot, and that's it. Although that was the problem. I almost let that go. Like, the problem is that it does look pretty innocent. And again, they both allegedly had an alibi, but no, like, the thing is that I check again the playlist. Again, they look normal, but when I checked their Final Fantasy playlist, it was, oh my god, like, it turns out this playlist only has one video on the game, and instead has, like, Angry Cat videos and the Gumball cartoon amongst other things. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was what prompted me to record in real time, me trying to find, like, patterns to recognize in bot accounts, and yeah, I found several of them. So yeah, not only would the videos in the playlist would be ill-fitting to the theme, like, again, the Final Fantasy having no video on Final Fantasy. Again, like, if the videos don't make sense to the playlist thing, then yeah, that's a pretty good indication. But it's not just that. There's also the fact that these videos will be repeated across several playlists. Like, for example, like, I'm showing it to you again, but yeah, that Colve video, like the Colve Taroth video, was repeated across 7 different playlists. So, the thing is that, yes, some people can misplace the videos they save in their playlist. Yeah, they could save in the wrong one. But to do it 7 fucking times? No, this is deliberate. And the thing is that these videos being repeated across playlists would always be in the same order. Like, for example, that Steven Universe shit would be always before Devil May Cry. It's kind of weird saying it like this when I don't have it in front of my face. But either way, like, there would be specific videos that are always in the same order. And okay, while that Peter Griffin loser may not have these sequences of videos be obvious, there is another one where it's like, again, it's very apparent. Again, these are the exact same videos. Even the players just don't make sense. Like, boo. It's like, what? But yet still, like, it's again the exact same videos in the same order. So again, it's just the same sequence across different playlists. So again, it got me to think that, yeah, the bots will add videos to their playlist, but again, they kind of throw them into their playlist like randomly, and sometimes it will just add it to several playlists, even if it doesn't make sense. And yeah, just saving the same videos in the exact same order. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the bot going crazy. But there was one thing that really stood out to me the most, is that eventually I stumbled upon a triple video. Now, the reason why triple videos are egregious is that, yeah, this is where it gets technical, but double and triple videos in a playlist are when you get several of the same video inside the same playlist. And the thing is that YouTube usually just doesn't allow you to do that, because to save to playlist, you have to fill in a checkbox. And while I guess you can tell yourselves that you cannot fill a checkbox 2 or 3 times on YouTube. Again, they just don't allow you to save the same video several times in a playlist. However, it's not entirely impossible to get double videos. Like, I even do them myself sometimes. Like, the thing that happens is that sometimes my internet will be very slow, and the thing is that when you save a video to a playlist, there's supposed to be a pop-up saying that, okay, it was added to the playlist. But sometimes, because my internet is too slow, it takes a while for it to happen, and so I'm like, wait, did it work or not? So I would double check, and before I get that little pop-up at the bottom left, then I open the save to playlist window, and yeah, I can see that the checkbox is left empty, and yeah, I would fill it a second time, and so basically, yeah, I get a double video like that. So basically, yeah, I can see it being possible for any normal YouTube users to get a double video if, again, they're in the same situation as me and they were double checking. Again, that's normal. That's normal human behavior so far. However, double videos can still showcase bot behaviors, but it depends on the situation. You need to take that in mind. For example, when there are several double videos all clumped together, such as here when there are 3 doubles in a 7 video playlist, and not sure if it's pertinent, but yeah, well, 2 of them are FightinCowboy videos. But yeah, when they do this weird pattern like that, yeah, this is very indicative of bot behaviors, because is a human being really gonna make this mistake several times? I do not believe so. So what I'm saying is that, like, if you see that an account has several playlists or have a bunch of videos in their playlist, but there's only like 1 or 2 doubles, that's not automatically incriminating. Again, 1 double video is not incriminating, but it depends on the context itself. Again, depends. However, a triple video, not humanly realistic. It's kind of funny that, yeah, just going 1 more is just enough to expose a bot account, but that's just how it is, because, again, the thing is that it's likely that you can try to double check, like, the time it takes for your first attempt to work. Because, again, as long as you don't see the pop-up saying it was added to playlist, yeah, you can add it another time. But by the time you try to triple check if a video was saved in your playlist, your first attempt was already gone through YouTube. So you cannot just fill in the same checkbox a 3rd time. Like, that's just not realistic. Like, again, the timing just doesn't work. I was trying in real time to get a triple video with my shit internet, but it just wouldn't work. It's just not humanly realistic. Like, and also, like, the other way you can get, double and triples is by, like, if you have modern internet, and you just have to be faster in YouTube. That's pretty much the gist of it to get these, is that you have to be faster and YouTube can handle your requests. But the thing is that in decent internet, it plays in a matter of 1 to either 2 or 2.5 seconds. It's a very small time frame. So are you going to make me believe someone will fucking triple check in under 2.5 seconds? Like, nobody is that fucking insane, okay? So no, triple videos are just straight up bot behavior. There's just no way. This is just too fucking ridiculous, okay? And so it doesn't matter if this Peter Griffin loser didn't like just flat out praise FightinCowboy. Like again, even if a lot of the accounts I would come across would blindly praise him, this one, it just decided to insult me. But it still is somewhat in favor of FightinCowboy. So again, the pattern still stands that yeah, they're benefiting him in some way. And I'm afraid to say, but even though the two users allegedly had an alibi, but one of them turned out to be a bot account anyway, well, this proves that FightinCowboy is able to automate his suck account's responses on YouTube, even when he's playing a game. So this just proves to me that, yeah, even if he's live streaming, like no commenters he gets like would be free of sin. Like any of them could be guilty of being a bot now, even like if he tries to create an alibi. Like again, just disproves his entire fan base, kinda. And that was actually my first time learning of the existence of triple videos. Again, I was aware of the doubles, but yeah, triple videos are just damn telling of these accounts being botted. Because again, I would be inclined to believe that these bots, again, try to add so many videos at the same time, and maybe adding the same one several times that, yeah, they get triples and whatnot. Again, bots do not care about the speed of YouTube. Again, they will just add any videos in such quick succession that, yeah, them being botted becomes very apparent. So, yeah, that's the thing. You need to look... If you want to be able to tell like what accounts are botted on YouTube, you really need to look for the players. Again, it's one thing they speak weird, because to go back with that Peter Griffin loser, they kind of speak weird and yeah, just use emojis. Like just so you know, they were really fucking brief across the comment section to other people, like saying so and then true. It's like they don't add anything. But nonetheless, it's not just that these accounts can speak weird, but again, their playlists can be damn telling. Now, you need to hope that these accounts have the playlist public, but still, you know what? Upon learning that, yeah, playlists can help me in my investigation, I decided to look into my first video on the subject, and I was like, wait, were there accounts that had their playlist public? I want to check them again, and yeah, one of them did. It was Johnso to TBH, or what I call him, to be honest. And yeah, I investigated them, and there was yet more weird shit. There was again videos that were repeated across playlists for one thing, and again fitting videos into certain playlists. But most notably, not only did they add one triple video, but two of them. And it's not just that. These triple videos were in the exact same sequence. Like, if you look carefully, you know, these fairy tale AMVs, or, you know, these fairy tale videos, and then the videos being tripled, they're in the exact same order. It's just that it depends which is doubled and tripled, but it doesn't matter. Again, these videos are in the same order. It's like, it's insane. Like, it just proves that, again, the bot added several videos into several playlists at the exact same time. They tried to add the same videos like several times in a row. So much so that, yeah, they get these triples in very, very weird spots. So, again, this is clearly a bot account. Like, who the fuck would try to get triple videos like this? And again, like, it's impossible for a human being to get two triple videos across two different players when they were adding the same videos at the same time. There was also another thing, is that, you know, when these players have weird fucking names, this could be indicative of bot behavior, which I get was the same thing with that Peter Griffin loser, but I didn't call on that just yet. But yeah, Johnso just made me realize that, oh, you know what? If these players have weird fucking names, yeah, this could be indicative of bot behavior. But so the other thing is that, could it be possible for me to put a date on these bots? Like, you know, the clear, like, you know, bot patterns? Yeah, could I put a time frame to them? Well, again, thankfully with Johnso, we can tell, because yeah, one of their triple video playlists was last updated on 2018. So again, triple videos is just a flat out proof that these accounts are botted. And yeah, this playlist was last updated on 2018. So So this just proves to me that FightinCowboy has been using viewbots as far back as 2018, which is way before even I stepped into the picture. Like, that's fucking sad. He's been using viewbots for 5 years, maybe even more than that. Again, I cannot prove if he also used them, like, in 2016 or so. But, like, again, thanks to Johnson, it just proves that, again, he's been using viewbots as far back as 2018. Like, so yeah, thanks to triple videos, we've been able to tell that. Although I'm still on the lookout that maybe a playlist that clearly proves of bot behavior. Like, yeah, I'm hoping that there would be a playlist that would be less updated, even older than 2018, but I have yet to find that. So yeah, we have to make do with what we know now. Well, maybe I've been harping on these specific accounts for a bit too long, but no, I think they were still worth addressing because, like, the bot parents I've just highlighted to you, well, not only did I figure them out in the order I've just explained to you then, but they also are going to be reoccurring again and again and again, and I've come to realize even Bandai Namco's channel is not safe from FightinCowboy's view bots. Like here, like, it's not a video FightinCowboy uploaded, but he made still. Like, it's still about him. So yeah, again, even Bandai's channel is going to be affected, because if you go into the comment section, there's still even more weirdos, such as this guy saying, like, oh, Bandai, you have to give this man more money. It's like, again, with the fucking money. These fanboys always talk about him having more money. It's like, what the fuck? But most notably, I've stumbled upon Shaw that, again, just gave him general praise, and guess what? He also had a triple video. So, this is the third account by now that, like, had a triple video. Again, they're not humanly realistic. And, again, two of them may have commented onto uploads that weren't on FightinCowboy's channel, and one of them was in one of his community posts, but again, they were all connected to FightinCowboy in some way. It's still insane. Like, again, it's just humanly impossible for a human being to get a triple video, so how the fuck they have come across three of them by now? So yeah, by now, I was very certain that, you know what, I think I could, like, find even more bot accounts. So I've decided to just delve into one of FightinCowboy's comment section that I've chosen specifically is Elden Ring walkthrough part 1 video. But yeah, the comment section there, it just shows that things are even more grim than they already were before. And also, it's not just that I would apply everything I've learned so far, but it's also that I'm going to use a feature that's exclusive to YouTube Mobile. It's that you can see the statistics of a certain users to the channels they've commented to. So yeah, by clicking on the profile image, you can see how many comments they've made across FightinCowboy's channel, but they also tell you if they have a membership and for how long, and also it tells you if they are a public subscribers. They give you various statistics, even saying when these accounts were first created. So yeah. And so it all comes to this guy having done his $10 super thanks to FightinCowboy. I think it was actually one of the accounts I've shown in my very first video where, yeah, there was someone who says, like, lol, bro, dude gave money to himself. And yeah, it's very likely to be the case because that account that made the super thanks only commented once on FightinCowboy's channel, which is like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, again, would you bother, like, giving money to someone you're not all that invested to? Now, for sure, I will specify that, the total of comments, like, it doesn't count, like, the live chat messages, like, in streams, but Cowboy still makes regular uploads, so it's like, again, you never bother to interact with these regular uploads? Like, are you kidding? Like, I just find it weird. But also, you know what? If that wasn't convincing enough to you, there was another user called Devin Rhodes that, okay, he made 57 comments, which is like, okay, it's more realistic than just fucking one comment. And they also add a membership for 7 months. But the problem is that this account Also add a triple video. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Here's a triple video. It's just like, yeah, the triple video, it was in different places. But again, it's a triple video regardless. But either way, the fact that he had a triple video just proves that, you know, FightinCowboy, like, he gives memberships to his own view bots. There is the question that, you know, isn't FightinCowboy being view botted instead? But no, you know what? Throughout while I was checking the comment section, I stumbled upon 2 more accounts that had triple videos. It's like, it's insane. Like, so far I've come across 6 accounts with triple videos. Like, are you kidding? The thing is that I could correlate, you know, the patterns of specific accounts. I could confirm they are bot accounts and just compare them to the behavior of other users. Like, you know, there are several of these accounts that would say, like, you know, I love your content, Cowboy, but they only commented 1 time on his entire channel, which again is just fucking weird. They claim to be a fan of him, but they only comment to him once. Like, what the fuck? And so, you know, I kept applying, like, you know, their behaviors to other accounts that, you know, maybe they don't have much going for them, but they still acted the same way. So again, like, there's just an overabundance of weird shit that, again, I'm not going to ignore. And again, I could compare the bot behavior of someone to, again, someone else that doesn't really have that much incriminating stuff. But so nonetheless, you know, to go back with the money thing, again, is Cowboy being view botted? No, I don't think so, because again, Devin Rodas adds a membership of 7 months. Now, his base membership may be like $3 a month, so that would amount to a total of $21. But no, like, you know, still, with I've investigated all of these, like, accounts that gave him super thanks. There weren't really that many super thanks in that first video of the walkthrough, but there were several people which add memberships, and so yeah, again, these people with memberships really acted weird sometimes. And so yeah, after analyzing all of these people, like, I could conclude that all of these bot accounts, like, you know, when I combine the memberships and super thanks, they all amount to $573. Again, that's $573 spent on bots, that, you know, to make them seem like human beings. And even if I have to remind you that, like, you know, there is still the possibility that I get some of these users wrong. Some of them could be human beings. Well, even if I have to take away $100 just to be safe, that is still quite a huge chunk of change. And I know full well that these are, like, you know, all the users you see in this list, they're not the only ones who gave FightinCowboy money. Like, there must be yet more members into other videos. Again, they just don't respond to the same, like, you know, the same comment section. Like, there must be yet more bots with memberships. And again, like, what the last part of FightinCowboy, like, you know, Elden Ring walkthrough, had a bunch of accounts that gave him, like, super things, and they were very generous super things. But again, they all shared the same patterns from all of these accounts that I've just found so far. It's like, what the fuck? So again, if Cowboy is being view botted, again, what the fuck would waste so much money again on someone they have no connection to? Like, what the fuck? Like, I would understand that, you know, if Cowboy is really spending money on his own bots, like, you know, if he gives them membership, the money goes back to him anyway. I mean, aside from YouTube taking a cut, but again, like, he just tried to make it seem like his community loves him. He just tried to pretend that he has a community that wants to support him, when in fact, no, it's just completely fake. And also, I should, like, point this out, but they clearly don't benefit any other party other than FightinCowboy, because, like, they don't talk about other content, like, at least for the most part, other than saying that other walkthroughs confuse me. No, they always benefited FightinCowboy, and, like, there was no weird links or anything, and I did not saw any accounts that led to fishy websites, anything like that. So again, these accounts clearly only really benefit the cunt. Like nobody else would profit off of them, like, from what I've gathered. Now, again, with like the comment section investigated, like there was like about like 3,000 comments. I did not investigate all of them. Let me make that very clear. I'm not that fucking crazy. I did not check all of these accounts, but still, I've checked about 120 accounts in that comment section, and I could conclude that 100 of them could very well be bots, and several of them I know for with certainty that they're bots, because again, there's just so much weird shit. So again, like, I cannot get them all right 100% of the time, but again, it's just the abundance of weird behaviors. Like, you know what? I just need to show you what FightinCowboy's fans are actually like. Like, there was just so much weird shit. Like, I'm just going to showcase to you a few specific ones, but yeah, the things are really fucking weird, I tell you. What about these workout playlists? Now, again, I always fucking see these workout playlists. I get all these, especially since these workout playlists have ill-fitting videos. Like, look at this, PS4 5 years later, Angry Joe, like... Again, these workout playlists never fucking work, okay? Well, here's the man himself, DSP's DSP, like, FightinCowboy's brother. And DSP has no reason to be on the workout playlist. And I mean that because of DSP himself. Like, him being a fat piece of shit. And you know what else doesn't fit in the workout playlist? Well, I don't know, I guess Sounds of Halloween. I guess it is music. Don't get me wrong, putting music videos in a workout playlist, I could still see it making sense, but then more spooky ambiances for your workout, I don't know, what the fuck? And then The Outer Worlds and 1 Minute Mug Pizza. Although, shout out to the kinda gay artist but good music. Okay, in spite of the madness, I can find a stupid shit like this funny. But they have the right Moya was playlist? What the fuck does that mean? Either way, I just thought that Moya like kind of sounds like Mario, kinda if you have a stroke, so I thought it was a Mario playlist at first, but then no, it just had fucking like MCU shit, then Indiana Jones. So it's like, yeah, again, another hell-fitting playlist, whatever. And there's this playlist called Skin. It's like, it's kind of scary when I just think of it like that, a playlist called Skin. But okay, here's the kicker. Inner Rise has a profile background of some naked black dude, like a woman who can't see his bare ass. Is he one of these, like, kind of gay artists, but he makes good music? I'm fucking dead, bro. What else? Okay, First State Philippum says, OG Gamer. Okay, fine. This is ad. Well, what about you? Okay, you have a Rocket League playlist that tells you how to fucking roll a joint. This is so fucking stupid at this point. And even then, what the fuck kind of avatar is this? Like, is this like a fucking lottery ticket or some shit? What the fuck is this? Fucking disposable sock again. Troy Black Eroach. Please respond. I have to know how do you know everything and like just very weapon item boss. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, and they posted this twice. Now, I will say that double post may be bot behavior. And, oh my god. I forgot. Okay, yeah, he actually commented that very same thing a third time, just in the proper comment section itself. Oh my god. And what the fuck? Like, he only made 5 comments, of 3 of them is just asking him the same shit. What? Yeah, what? I have a few playlists that have a little to nothing in them, excluding Division 2, which only has 1 video on the game, and the other one has a wallpaper engine shit. And my electronic playlist, which only has 9 videos, has a double. Yeah, and my music playlist also has another double, including a Angry Joe video. Yeah, whatever, like... And another fucking bot, like, and also has been a member for almost 3 years, but only 11 comments. Yeah, whatever. Get the fuck off of my site. FightinCowboy, while we're at it, do you still have an alcohol problem? Yeah, I think things only got worse. Car stuff, more car stuff, huh? But, there's a double video near the start. Oh, and here's more car stuff. Fucking Shrek and 6ix9ine, or whatever they're spelled. The Cupcake Kid gets his car or something. Is that what's going on? Oh my god. Getting a haircut. Yeah, that's something to do with cars, right? Fuck you. And wait, getting a haircut? Why isn't it in the air playlist? Or will it? I don't know. Let's check it out. Wait, what the fuck? Hey, don't put hair in my food, you fucks. Now seriously, they put food in the air playlist? I think that this is fucking like very ill-fitting. Like, you want air in your food or what? Gun videos. Okay, should I be worried about something? Okay, never mind. There's nothing to worry about. Like you said, the first comment in that thread said, can you read this message? Yes, sadly, I can fucking read it. Like, what was the point of saying it? Like, what the fuck? Again, get out of my sight! Like, I'm not even trying at this point. Again, like, these bot accounts just are just fucking freely given to me. Like, that's so fucking obvious. Like, what the fuck, this stupid shit? Can you read this message? Yes. What is the point of asking this? Even if I wouldn't be able to see it, who the fuck would respond? And that's the thing, nobody fucking responded to this guy, so yeah, fuck him for asking such a stupid question. Evan Hooker. Oh, started watching his walkthroughs with Dark Souls 2 Skull of the First Sin, literally a lifesaver. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, dude. You followed him during all this time, allegedly, but you only posted 2 comments on his channel, and it's only about Elden Ring. And what the fuck you mean with, I'm pretty sure this boss is not meant to be that difficult. Whatever, dude, you people would never know what true difficulty is. You would think that slicing bread is the hardest thing in the world because you can't help but fucking crush it every single time. So yeah, you wouldn't know what difficulty is, so get the hell out of this. But don't get out yet, Evan Hooker. What do you have going for you on your account? Okay, rock and country playlist, okay, and wedding mix. Huh, okay, I guess wedding songs like I'm Yours and Marry Me. Okay, you want to listen to the best songs for the most important day of your life. Okay, yeah, what does it sound like?
R. Kelly is a fucking creepy piece of shit pedophile who forces young girls and women to do his sexual bidding like the Emperor Palpatine of pedos.
Do you imagine airing this from the speakers during your wedding? That's insane. Okay, if that video soured the mood, well, no, don't worry. There is the Bloodborne lore. Like, that would put smiles on everyone's face.
Once the hunter is able to enter the clinic, the imposter is seen lying on an operating table, suffering from an unknown pain. Her position on the table, coupled with her dialogue, hint at the fact that she was impregnated by a Great One. But unlike others who were non-consensually impregnated, the imposter did this intentionally, as it was the goal of her.
Okay, seriously, at this point, you should just do like the other bot accounts and just reuse videos from other playlists, like this one here. You should just take these, you just reuse these videos. The girl has to take these hints now. Or if she doesn't, well, okay, how about you try to smooth things over with love songs such as hilarious gameplay and British. Of course, that will put love into the air. Oh yeah, and the British is so good, you get to hear it twice. And okay, here's the players you play when you two get at bed later on that same night. The football is fucking up will get your pussy wet, I'm pretty sure. And hey, you know, after the fact, how about we listen to some hip hop and rap, such as like Coco Melon with the Christmas songs. Oh my god, that was the one thing I was looking forward to the most. What the fuck? Coco Melon's the best rap artist of our generation. Fuck 50 Cent, okay? How you try to make your loved one laugh with yo mama jokes. God, I always hate these. But yeah, here is one. Your mama's so fat that she's a Dark Souls boss. Fucking hell. So stupid as always. Pottery? Now, at first I read it as poetry, but I think pottery would work better for this playlist so that the top 10 fashion memes and Ninja's career's ending would make more sense for this playlist. Whatever, dude. Like, fucking Hooker is a goddamn bot, like always. Like, oh my god. So fucking retarded. Oh my god. Yeah, the fucking Coco Melon, a hip-hop artist, really? Like, I mean, it just proves that there's something fucking wrong with FightinCowboy's, like, you know, commenters. What the fuck? So yeah, in the past months, after seeing everything I've just shown you, like, I can only safely conclude that FightinCowboy is view-botting. Like, there's just no other way to twist it. Like, you know, again, like, we've seen 6 accounts that add triple videos, which, again, just defy human logic. And even then, like, a lot of his fans just have playlists that make no fucking sense and associate things that no humans would associate together. Like, again, none of this makes any fucking sense. And like, it's not just that they make a lot of account and may give him views. Like, you know, again, it's not just that he gave him viewership, but it's also that he gave him money to, again, give the illusion that he has a loving community. Again, it's so fucking fake. And again, with the money thing, who the fuck would spend money on him if they were not related? Again, it's obviously his bot accounts. It could be one of his associates. Like, you know, I did say that DSP, like, uses fans to do his dirty bidding. Well, I don't know. Maybe Cowboy has some idiot fan that helped him with his scummy shit too. I don't know. But again, there obviously is bot accounts, and they clearly benefit the dude. Again, his comment section I've just showcased to you was completely riddled by bots. Like, again, I did not check all 3,000 comments, but they were still so closely packed together that, again, like, I can only conclude it's the same thing for the rest of the comment section. Again, it's just completely riddled with them. What the fuck? It's so fake. And again, I've just showcased to you all of these accounts that were insulting me. Well, again, like, it just proved that FightinCowboy can use his stock accounts to insult people that dare to criticize them. Like, again, it happened to me, like, a few times, and not just on Twitter, but also on YouTube a few times. Like, there was also this guy who commented on my first video on the Viewbot Miner that said, no, you devoted hours to this, but he still showcased the same patterns we've seen before. Again, account devoid of life and just insulting me. Again, they all share the same traits. Again, like, Cowboy not only used Viewbots to fucking, like, you know, cheat his way on YouTube with the algorithm and getting sponsorships he doesn't deserve, but he also uses stock accounts to insult, again, the people that insult him. And again, I've come to think that, you know what, maybe it makes sense for, you know, the times that people will fucking, like, you know, dogpile on the poor souls, because, like, there were some people that would tell me that, you know, like, you know, they would say something innocent, but then, like, the entire chat would jump on them. And I've also showcased to you that Diablo video where someone would just say that, you know, a Diablo 4 seems mid. Yeah, Cowboy just called in a fucking moron, and yeah, the chat, like, just jumped on the guy, even though he did not insult a Cowboy. And the same thing happened to me, like, you know, in Mediocre Theater number 10, like, you know, I said, like, you know, what, did you just use the state of play just to get clout for yourself? And, you know what, again, like, during all of that stream, nobody ever commented to me, like, you know, when I was asking him, like, you know, what is fair use to you? Like, again, like, you just fucking watched, you had nothing. Like, again, I was asking questions, but again, nobody bothered with me. But yeah, at the moment that I said my last comment, where it's like, did you just do it for views? It's like, yeah, Cowboy shat on me. Well, not really. Like, he just said, like, what are you talking about? Like, it's done. Like, yeah, he was just bringing attention to me, and then, like, yeah, it's only at that time people took notice of me, which is like, again, I thought the entire stream, like, why now? Again, they just said, like, the event fucking ended. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, dude, that's not the point. They were also misconstructing what was my entire argument this whole stream. And yeah, I got banned. But again, the fact that I got dogpiled at the end like that of my Mediocre Theater number 10, like, at that state of play, like, theft, not restream, but fucking theft. But yeah, like, the fact that I got also dogpiled is the same thing that happened to other people. Like, again, like, I think it's something that's reoccurring. I think Cowboy uses his sock accounts to insult the people that, again, say stuff like, this game is mid, or, I don't think this game is worth your time, or, dude, you just play like shit, like, stuff like that, again. Or even just say stuff like, making a light art vaping joke or getting his name wrong. Again, like, Cowboy will send his suck accounts against these poor souls, even though, like, they have done nothing wrong. Like, again, it doesn't matter to him. Like, again, you will use suck accounts for intimidation, regardless of who it is. And again, it's something I've brought another time, but if he's willing to go through such lengths to insult people, and again, I keep being stalked by these sock accounts to this day. Like, again, isn't there worse thing going on? Like, again, does he try to push people into suicide or something? I'm just saying it out there, but we do know that if cyberbullying gets so fucking bad that, yeah, sometimes it pushes people to the edge and they kill themselves because, again, they think that they're the ones in the wrong or stuff like that. Because, yeah, that's the thing. Use a stock account to intimidate, because when there are more people that say you are wrong, that you start thinking that, wait, am I wrong? But you know what? The thing is that I don't fall for that shit because, again, I'm unapologetic with what I like. I will defend my stance and I'm obstinate, But yeah, again, this is fucking disgusting. Again, use the sock accounts for viewership, also for intimidation. Fucking asshole. Oh, but it's not just that I'm being stalked by sock accounts that insult me. They are also within my own subscribers. That's right. Lately I've been getting a few subscribers, but I can only see those that have the subscriptions public. But the ones that I found were really interesting were the top two here, such as, Nathaniel Ivanis, which, it's not just that the dude has one YouTube account, nor two, nor three, but four YouTube accounts. And yeah, all of them had weird fucking shit, such as links that made no sense, such as, like, leading to 5 Facebook pages with 4 of them being private or something, or deleted. And they also had an Instagram which has a bunch of images that were stolen from Google Images. And one of them is like, I thought that the dog, like the dog out of frame, like if I would click on it would go full screen. But no, it's legitimately a cropped dog. They literally uploaded it to Instagram. Like, what the fuck? And remember these weird sequences of videos that were repeated across several playlists, like when I was talking about the Peter Griffin loser? Yeah, that came from one of my own subscribers too, like Magtangle here. Again, his playlists made no fucking sense. Like, same for Nathaniel Ivanis. His playlist too, like, had the same problem as Magtangle, with shit repeating ad nauseum. Or even, just stuff that made no sense to the playlists themselves. So, yeah, the group of Nathaniel Ivanis accounts and Magtangle, like, they're obviously bot accounts, okay? Although, why would I call out my own subscribers bots? Like, are they benefiting me? No, I don't want to benefit off of them, okay? Like, I don't care if they're increasing my number of subscribers. They are still bots, I'm going to call them out. It's bullshit. Like, I don't want to profit off of fakeness myself, unlike FightinCowboy. Okay, I want to be genuine. And you could give it to me that, yeah, when I see something, I will call it out. Like, again, there are bots in my own subscribers, and I want to expose them too. And the reason that they're also pertinent to this video is that I found the timing that they've subscribed to me to be weird. McTangle subscribed to me in April, but Nathaniel was at the end of January. Now, the timing is weird because, yeah, again, with that account who says, like, Mo, you devoted hours to this, like, in my first video on the ViewBot matter, yeah, that user commented to me in December. So, yeah, he commented to me before I got these 2 other subscribers. So, the theory that I'm throwing it out there is that could it be that when Sioban, like, commented to me that it was FightinCowboy finally taking notice of my video and me being on the hunt to expose his view bots? Yeah, could it be that FightinCowboy took note of my video and then decided to send, like, some of his bots to subscribe to me so that he could frame them on me? Maybe? I don't know. It's just a theory at this point, but nonetheless, the timing is really fucking weird, okay? Like, and also, on top of that, Nathaniel Ivanes and McTangle never commented on my videos. Again, I pretty much never benefited off of these subscribers. So, again, if they were legit subscribers, well, at this point, wouldn't they have supported me in some way? But no, again, these 2 never commented to me. So again, they never benefited me aside from, upping my subscribers count. But even that, I'm not going to profit off of that. And again, keep in mind that these 2, like, bot subscribers I have, they have the exact same patterns as the bot accounts that are on FightinCowboy's, content. So, yeah, no, like, that again reinforces my theory that they are FightinCowboy's bot accounts to try to frame me for view botting instead. Yeah, that must be his view bots because, again, my bot subscribers had the same patterns as those of his commenters. That's the gist of it. But also, because of this, like, I decided to look into my other subscribers to see if there would be other weird things. And, well, actually, I came across an insert here, but it's actually not a bot account as far as I'm concerned. No, like, it appears to be a legit human being behind this account, but that user, it was enlightening to me because, after seeing so many bot accounts, like, I guess it would be important to see what the playlist of a fucking sane person would look like. And yeah, that user had a ton of playlists with a lot of videos, almost. Like, the videos in total would amount to, like, what, 1,200 or something? I don't remember, but yeah, that's a lot of things. So you would think that this would increase the chances of error, but no. Inserts playlist always made sense. Like, every playlist always had videos that fit with the theme of the playlist. Again, there was nothing out of the ordinary. And even when there were some double videos, it's not as egregious as my prior example. So again, that account had 8 double videos, but they were not as egregious as we've already seen before. So again, Insert is a legit human being that showcased none of the bot behaviors that I've showcased already. Like, again, this is a legit human being, and you know what? I'm glad to have them as my subscriber because, yeah, for this series, it was very enlightening to have come across this because, again, it would be important for me to compare playlists of a human being to that of fucking robots. So, yeah, I'm sorry and certified to use you as an example, but don't take it the wrong way. You did me a great service by being one of my subscribers. I mean, they greatly benefited me, but not for the direct reason that they've subscribed to me. It's kind of weird to say it like that, but yeah. And also, it's not just Insert. I also check all of my other public subscribers, and none of them showcase bot behaviors like those of FightinCowboy's view bots. So again, the only odd one outs that I have in my own within my own subscribers are Nathaniel Ivanes and McTangle, which again allegedly only subscribed to me after FightinCowboy took notice of my investigation finally. So yeah. So yeah, again, I have bot subscribers, but again, I don't want to profit off of them. So again, if someone is going to fucking expose me as having like a view bot subscribers, no, like, you know, I called them out already, okay? Like, you know, again, I say it outright, I do not want to profit off of them. And here are a few other things that are worth sharing, because it still showcases that I'm still being subject to very, very weird shit, even to this day. Like, it's not just like back in spring, but also this summer. It's like, what the hell? Is that there was this Twitter account that would, like, you know, send me 2 tweets saying, like, you know, don't post violence content and whatnot. But, like, the thing that this account literally made their account just to tell me that's it. There was nothing else going for it. At some point, I've realized that the account just deleted itself. Like what was the point? He literally created his account just to, I don't kind of shit on me, but not really. But still, like, there was no point. He was just telling me these things where it's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? And then there was this other thing where, like, this dude, like, replied to me a year later when, you know, I thought I was being petty, like, you know, calling out, like, you know, sock accounts, but the fact that he decided to reply to me a year later, it's like, you know, it's the same fucking thing I was talking about before, like, where they take so fucking long just to reply to me. And even then, like, he wouldn't have seen it in his notifications. Like, why is it now all of a sudden, like, he decided to reply to me? It's not even an account that was inactive for so long. No, it was still being updated regularly. But it's like, again, what was the fucking point to reply to me? Again, even if he did not chat on me, I can only suspect bot behavior, because again, what's the point of replying to me a year later? Again, I said that I thought I was being petty with, again, what I did last year, but it also goes with me thinking that, you know, for a moment I was thinking, you know, do I maybe, like, you know, delete all my tweets and start over? But no, like, you know, stuff like this, like made it very clear that no, I shouldn't have. Like, you know, I did not do it, but thank God I didn't do it, because then just weird shit like this keeps happening and kind of validates me still to this day. So, you know, I don't know, I keep being validated. That's a crazy thing, is that, like, it may seem crazy, but no, I keep being validated, so I must be onto something. That's always where I that's always where I end up, is that I end up being validated regardless of how stupid the situation is. After coming across everything I know now, my Mediocre Theater became more than just one video. It became its own series, and the issue that it brings up is that if I was able to find all of these ways to tell that it uses view bots, well, what proves that nobody else uses view bots themselves? Because the thing is that FightinCowboy has 1.2 million subscribers, but none of his commenters really decided to look into the matter. Like, I find it weird, but it's also with YouTube. Like, they gave him the YouTube partner program. Like, they gave him that badge and whatnot, the benefits, and also they promote the fucking cunt in various ways. Like, and I was also told that you know, YouTube already has engineers to try to identify view bots, but I've come to realize that they're not doing a good job. But at the same time, I don't think they're doing any job at all, because it doesn't make sense to me that me, being just one guy on his own and with too much time, could identify weird patterns across a wide range of users. Like, if I could notice like similar patterns across all of them, why is it that a huge corporation still has a problem years and years later? Again, with all the evidence I've come across, at most, FightinCowboy has been using view bots as far back as 2018, and that's just from what I could see. He could have been using them for even longer than that. But again, YouTube doesn't see that? Like, are you kidding? And also, like, here's the other thing. I'm also basing this series off of YouTube's own fake engagement policy, where they don't allow anything that artificially increases the number of views, likes, comments, or other metrics by using automatic systems. So, I mean, isn't that what viewbotting is about? But at the same time, I find their examples strange because they seem to dodge the matter of these users just getting the fake views as is. Their only examples is if these people were caught buying or selling services that give them fake views. Like again, like, why don't they talk about them getting the fake views as is? It seems like their only examples is if we see them in the act, but it's like, not everybody's going to be this fucking stupid, no? And again, like, I could see these patterns, but not one of the biggest corporation on the internet. And so, I've come to think that, you know what? Maybe YouTube is complicit in that. And this also doesn't just stops at YouTube. It's also the game companies like fucking Bandai Namco and Square Enix and Capcom and etc. giving FightinCowboy like game keys so that they could promote the game. Like again, like, these people with huge teams behind them, and even Square Enix with their fucking ethics department, they cannot see the view botting? Again, are you kidding? So again, I've come to think that, you know what? Again, maybe they're all complicit. Like, I don't think Bandai Namco and YouTube and etc. are oblivious to the fact that FightinCowboy uses view bots. No, they must know, and that's horrible, actually. Like, the logic I have is that, these game companies produce oftentimes trash, like, Resident Evil 4 Remake, or it's just like, a cash grab because, again, they didn't make something truly original. But either way, they oftentimes produce trash, and they ask these YouTubers to promote their trash games. But so, not only is YouTube getting ad revenue from all of that, but it doesn't matter if the YouTuber uses view bots, because even if a part of it is fake views, if the videos look popular, it will still incite human viewers to take a look at these trending videos, and the human viewers would become interested into these crap games that these game companies are shelling out. Again, it's a matter where any clout is good clout. It doesn't matter if it's bad clout. Like, they don't care. Like, any attention they get is what they want. And again, like, the YouTubers get the clout from the hottest releases, like, again, Resident Evil 4 Remake, or maybe some more higher quality products such as Elden Ring and Armored Core, some of the most hyped games in in recent times. Well, yeah, they get the clout from these popular games, and the game companies just get the clout from these content creators, and YouTube just makes profit off of the ad revenue of both of them. So it's a case where they say, I scratched your back, you scratch mine. So it's like, again, every parties get something out of it. And again, doesn't matter if they use view bots. Again, it's all for the fucking money. It's all for the consumerism market. And again, like, I take that from the fact that, again, why is it that me, being just one dude, could identify these view bots, but they can't? Again, some of the biggest companies that make the most hyped releases, like Elden Ring and Armored Core 6. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, again, if they really valued their brands, like, again, why would they associate with fucking bigots? So, again, none of this makes sense. So, I'm firmly believing that YouTube and Bandai Namco and etc., they know full well FightinCowboys, and maybe even other content creators are using view bots. Because, again, it's not just Cowboy, but again, any content creators could be guilty of this if everybody's complicit in the same fraud. And again, like, if someone's making a scam, well, if everybody do the same thing, again, they will pass under everyone's radar, right? Again, if everybody have the same mindset, like, again, they can weasel their way out of it. Like, nobody may notice. Which, again, it's just fucking gross. Like, why is it that my favorite hobbies are being used for such fucking scummy shit? Oh my god. And so yeah, that's the gist of it. The Mediocre Theater I was trying to make last year has become an entire series, which again I'm going to call the Mediocre Opera, where I'm uncovering an entire conspiracy that stems from one motherfucker that couldn't shut the fuck up. But yeah, trying to uncover one of the biggest scams after DC Solar. Because it's not just about FightinCowboy anymore. I mean, yeah, he is the main subject, but again, if he could get away with not only, using fake engagement, but also uses his sock accounts to bully people into silence, and again, it went as far back as 2018, as far as I'm concerned, and could be even longer than that. And again, it all stems from a guy that has an history of being a piece of shit for the longest time. But yeah, if he could get away with such a fraud, then again, this also showcased that YouTube and the gaming industry that all interact with these fucking content creators, like, they have no integrity. Again, they must know. Like, it can't be. Again, they're complicit in that scam. And again, if he could get away with it, again, it just proves that anything on YouTube, like, nothing matters anymore. It's just a cesspool of fucking degenerates. Well, I'm sorry if this video is quite long still, even though I said it was supposed to be brief. By the time I noticed the video was 1 hour long, here I am doing it for 1 hour and 50. What the hell? But that's how things are, even cut stuff during the meantime. But so, like, this may be the end of the video, but it's not the end of a series, like, being part 1 of the Mediocre Opera. There's still yet more, where, like, the later videos is again me looking into certain bot accounts with much closer attention to details, like with a magnifying glass to identify as many patterns, and also me like just diving straight into the comment sections to find as many bots as I can. Although, so far, I've only uploaded 4 videos on YouTube. This would be the 5th. Yeah, I did the intro video after, 4 parts. But what I mean is that there is yet more stuff for me to edit. For example, all my recordings of that Twitter sock shit, and also me exposing my 2 bot subscribers. So yeah, the thing is that I do want to show everything within their full context, but I need to make these videos also watchable to some extent. So yeah, again, I have yet to go through all of my recordings, so there is still some part missing, but nonetheless, like, this is something I just written earlier in the video, but again, I'm just going to say it verbally. If you need to see the raw recordings or the raw screenshots, do ask me for them. The files are rather heavy. The entire project so far is 150 gigabytes, and again, keep in mind I have a crap internet, but I will try my best to provide you with the raw recordings if needed be. Again, I still show you the full context, but again, you may want to see the raw recordings yourself to maybe see that I did not manipulate them. But again, I reiterate that nothing has been manipulated. And also, this is me trying to be as transparent as possible, because I believe that this issue that I'm talking about is very serious. Again, YouTube and content creators, being scummy enough, and, game companies being complicit into it to, promote not only garbage, but also to give the chance to people with very ill intentions to profit off of, the cloud, but also to get popular, but also, to get, ill-deserved revenues. So, yeah, again, this is a serious matter, and again, I will engage in any discussions about it. But again, so far I only have 5 videos, but there is yet more to come, okay? So yeah, expect me to keep on updating this series for a while, but yeah, I do admit that this series so far has been excruciating. I was working on it until as far as July, and I wanted to finish the series by mid-August, about that time. But again, with all the shit I have to cover, yeah, I realized that I wasn't showing more than I could swallow. So again, there is yet more to come, but again, don't hesitate to ask anything. Don't hesitate to tell me anything. I think that's about it. I don't need to repeat myself. So enjoy the rest of the series. I should leave it at.